Hi, this is George Alger. Welcome to today's segment of Our Ventura TV. Today we're going to be speaking about food share, and joining us is Monica White, who is the president and CEO. Welcome, Monica. And what is food share?
Well, thank you, George. So happy to be back and be able to share about our incredible nonprofit organization, Food Share, which is Ventura County's food bank, serving 267,000 people last year.
Great. Now, for those who may not know, what is a food bank?
It's a great question. It's probably the number one that I get is what's the difference between a food bank and a food pantry? So as Ventura County's food bank, we work with food pantries, providing them food so they can serve those who are food insecure throughout the county. So we work with 180 different nonprofits who get food from us at no cost whatsoever.
So would it be fair to say that Food Share is the primary distribution center for food to the food insecure in the county?
It's a great way of saying it. It's that we're the hub, and what we do is our job is to be able to source food from a variety of different sources, such as we purchase food, we get government commodities, we rescue food from every single retail store in Ventura County every day. We are working with our ag community, farmers, manufacturing, Port of Hueneme, packing houses. And then we also get food from gleaning people's backyards and also food drives. So all of that comes in and then goes out through our network of partners.
Quite an organization. Speak about food insecurity. What does that mean?
Yeah, it's a new way of saying hungry. And it's really what food insecurity means is that someone doesn't know where their next meal is going to be coming from. So I know that when we think of hunger and we think of third world countries, that may be something that people have in their minds. But really, when it's here in the United States, food insecurity is that people are cash strapped. And how do they actually spend their dollars? And if they have to pay for their car payment, they have to pay for their rent, they have to pay for their medical insurance, all of that, it leaves very, very little dollars to be able to pay for fresh, nutritious food. And so that's where Food Share comes in to be able to help bridge the gap for pretty much low income families, but it's families who are working families. It's seniors, it's veterans, this is children's, it's children. It's people who can use just a little bit of support to be able to get that, match that gap. And that's where Food Share comes in to be able to help people who are food insecure to be able to get them food.
Okay, now when you mention low income, is there some income threshold where people might not qualify?
Absolutely not. There is an income qualification for food stamps, which is CalFresh, which is the government program that provides the debit cards so they can go to the store and use that. So what we provide is food to anyone who asks. And how we say this is that we are not the food police. We are there to provide anybody who is willing and able to be able to wait in line for food. That is enough reason for us to be able to prove that they need food support. There are some programs, there are some government programs such as our senior kit, where we do ask them to self-certify that they're under a certain federal poverty level for Ventura County. But any of the pantries, the rule is that if anyone goes in, they must be served. That is how we approach our network. It's the motto also for Feeding America that we are part of. We're a member of the National Hunger Alleviation Network. But anyone who is willing to wait in line, if they need food, they are going to get assistance. So nothing is required. All we really ask them for, George, is their name, their address, and how many people are in their family, so we know how much food to give them. And the reason that we ask for their name and their address is that we do track in a way just so we can get enough information to be able to provide stats on the hunger in Ventura County and also for our donors. So they're asking, what is the impact? We need to be able to tell them an unduplicated number. So all of our network partners are all on the same system. It's called Pantry Track. So when someone goes into a pantry in Ojai, and if they happen to go to another one in Oxnard, they can go to as many pantries as they want, as many times as they want, but they're still still only counted once. And that's where we get that unduplicated number of 267,000 people last year were served.
Very good. And is this food actually free?
It is. Absolutely. There is no cost. They don't need to sit for any a religious service. They don't need to, there's nothing that is required for them. That is very much important in that there is no cost to the people who are coming in and getting food, but there's also no cost to the pantries who are getting food from us. Even the food that we are purchasing and sourcing from all of those different sources. We don't charge a shared maintenance fee. We don't charge a delivery fee. And that's the way that we're able to make sure that it's very equitable. That a nonprofit in, let's say, East County that may have a little bit more dollars than a nonprofit in Oxnard, they're both still able to get the same amount of food. And the amount of food that they can get is just based on the number of people that they are serving. How many families are they serving? Again, that's where that system comes in so we can better track it.
Very good. Now, for those who may not be familiar with pantries, can you comment on that?
Yeah, pantries are a lot of people think food share is a pantry, excuse me, and that when they come to visit us, they're so surprised because we have 3 warehouses. It's like a Costco. We call ourselves the free Costco. But the pantry is actually the neighborhood hub where somebody may go, they may walk, they may be able to take their car, ride their bike. It could be at a church. It could be at a senior center. It could be at a closed site such as a group home or a women's shelter. We also have pantries at, we have after school programs like a Boys and Girls Club. They're providing snacks. Then we also have some distribution points where they're actually in parking lots at a church, at a senior center, at a community center. So it really, really depends on any place that we can find a place where people could come to be able to get food assistance. We are partnering with those organizations to be able to make it easiest for the people who need food.
And are these pantries listed on your website?
Absolutely. So OurVentura.com is where you can find pretty much all the information about food share, how to find food, how to be able to volunteer or how to be able to donate. All of that's on there. We also have an app too, George. So we have an app and you can go on it. It's Food Share Ventura County. And there is a Find Food Now function, which is great because if you click on it, it will see where you are and it will tell you which pantry is open right now within 5 miles, 10 miles, 15 miles. So you can find food immediately at a place near you.
Very good. Monica, what are some of the misconceptions that you find out in the community about food share?
I think there's a huge misconception on what hunger actually looks like. A lot of people think that we serve only the homeless or the unhoused in Ventura County. And that is true, we do, but there's only 2,500 in the last count that the county did. 2,500 are considered unhoused. We serve 267,000 people. So the people that we are serving are our neighbors. They're people that you and I know that are in our community, that are in our neighborhood. They're the people who are picking our food in the fields. They're people who are serving us. They are our neighbors and our seniors and kids. So that's the big misconception, is that we live in a wealthy community. There's no way that we can have that many people who are hungry. And the reality is that it is so expensive, and we are an affluent community, and that it's very expensive to live here. And so how can they make ends meet? They can go to a pantry to be able to get fresh food so they can pay their rent. They can pay their car payment to be able to get to work. So we like to be able to say we're keeping people from becoming that next step of unhoused.
Monica, can you speak about volunteers and the community at large?
We could not do what we do on a daily basis without our incredible volunteers. So we started as a volunteer organization 46 years ago. Today we have 40 employees, but we have 4,400 volunteers. So we have volunteers coming in every single day to be able to help us pack emergency food boxes. They pack produce boxes. They pack boxes for our seniors. They are working in the farm, which is the senior nutrition garden right outside of Food Share. They're driving trucks. We could not do what we do without them. So they provided 40,000 hours of service to us last year. All of that you can find on our website. It's very easy to sign up. We have a lot of corporate groups that come in. And this is really our way of being able to pull the community in to be able to support us, because they're also supporting their community.
Very good. So we're just about out of time. Can we get the website one more time? And also, do you have a summating message for the viewers?
I'm so glad you asked, George. So I always say there's 3 ways that you can help support food share and to be able to ensure that no one goes hungry in Ventura County. We can use your dollars. We stretch those dollars like nobody's business. We can use your hours, come and volunteer, and we can use your food. If you want to participate in a food drive, come down to Cantry that we're having at the end of the year. We do the letter carrier drive, or you can hold your own volunteer food drive. So go on our website, OurVentura.com, and you can find out all the information on how to do all of that.
Monica, thank you very much. We're going to end off here.
Okay. Thank you, George.
You're welcome. This is George Alger signing off for this segment of Our Ventura TV. Until we meet again.